Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, CPI Wednesday, and FOMC Wednesday. And what a move we had for CPI, just straight up making new all-time highs, NQ and ES. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week going? We're gonna have a major gap up. I'm not gonna really rush into anything, as we're at all-time highs. We did have a huge move, so I'll let them open and assess from there. Looking at DXY, I mean, yeah, huge drop. You know what's interesting is that I actually looked at the data today for CPI, and they said month over month inflation was 0% for May, and they estimated it to be 0.1%. So that's kind of funny to me because, you know, they're saying that from last month to this month there was no inflation. Either way, everything's still super expensive. Looking at DXY here, yeah, huge drop into this area. I do think this is sell side it's going for. But we'll find out if it bounces here. Not really looking like it will, but there's like some points of interest here. But there's equal lows down here, so we'll find out how this hourly closes too.
Connection locked.
Yeah.
Connection.
See my Ninja Trader acting up a bit. Just something. Sometimes I'll lose connection, then I'll reconnect real quick. Okay. Who had trouble with like yesterday? A bunch of brokers I've heard gone down. I've heard TD Ameritrade even. I mean, now it's Schwab, right? Thinkorswim. And Schwab like wasn't even allowing people to log in, which is crazy. You have to really take into account, and I've heard like there were rhythmic issues a lot. You have to take into account that that's sometimes going to be part of trading, and whenever you're having like issues with a broker or something, it's probably best to just, you know, wait and stop. Or size smaller at least, I don't know. Because it's not worth the stress, really. Okay. Good evening, someone says. Ooh, it's good morning here. Cooked numbers. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's so expensive. I mean, I live in the most expensive city in the US, I would say. New York City, so you kind of become a little bit numb to how much things cost, and then you see someone's like, what? Or you see how much it is somewhere else. Yeah, so ES really held up in this daily. FEG with that 50%. I was kind of surprised yesterday that, you know, we NQ at least closed really above all-time highs before CPI. So anyway, now we have a very large weekly candle going to all-time highs. Like, be careful fading a weekly candle like this, you know? Gotta choose your spots for sure. And it's like this is like a market where you can't overstay your shorts really too much. You take it to that retracement level and be content. I don't know, I keep like looking at different time frames. I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna wait and see now because we're gonna have a gap up in about 6 minutes. You know, all of this is gonna be a gap up. Doesn't have to fill it all the way. I mean, we love that volume imbalance there. Guess we'll find out. How's GameStop doing? It looks like it's up 22%. Oh. Okay. I was up 22% yesterday, and now pre-market's down 4%. Interesting. I'm just looking at it a little bit because it's an interesting thing to monitor. I don't have anything in GameStop. Once upon a time, in 2021, I was trading that stock a lot. It did make a good amount. And what else? The Bed Bath & Beyond in August 2022 or 2023? I think 2022. Good morning. Yeah, massive issues with TD. Alexander said it says untradeable at the moment. Yeah, when that happens for CPI, it's like a huge move up and towards your, drawn liquidity towards the direction that, if you're bullish, right, it went up. So kind of have to wait, let the liquidity form, let it generate more, because now if we had a huge move distribution, like it could be accumulation again, right? So what happens after it distributes? It could either reverse, retrace, accumulate. Good grief, 200 point gap up. Yeah, we have FOMC at 2 p.m. and so I'll see how I'm feeling. I probably will. Stream again in the afternoon for FOMC, especially if I don't see anything during this session. After this stream, what I have to do though is literally click schedule new live stream and schedule it for myself, because otherwise I'm probably not gonna do it. I don't that's just how I am. It's okay, if I schedule the live stream, I'm accountable, I have to show up. If I don't, then it's I'm tired, I don't feel like it or something. I'll trade and then just trade by myself, because it is rough to do it in front of an audience sometimes. But I'll do it. Yeah, we'll mark out that gap up. So it's going to be from here to whatever. Wonder when we're going to hit 20,000. That's going to be such on NQ. It's going to be a huge moment in history. We'll have to play some music. So I think we're in the 400s now. I'll adjust this when it's finished. When we open. Yeah, 400s. Give me the Beach Boys and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. What do you think about CRT? I don't even know about it, really. I don't know what that is. And I'm not going to really look into it because I already have what I need. So I can't really speak upon something I don't know. I also don't try to speak upon like people that I haven't spoken with, so don't ask me opinions about people either. The Stanley Cup hasn't made an appearance in a while. I'm drinking salt water. Electrolyte. Okay. Electrolyte pack. It's like citrus flavored. And I can't really do salt by itself. Some people do that. They put like sea salt in water. They put like a pinch. No, I buy like the electrolyte packs. They're pretty pricey too, but... And one of my friends was like, you can make it at home. Like, it's so much cheaper than you buying... I think I pay like, I don't know. Pay like 3 months at a time for like, I think $100 or something. Well, guess what? Like, I just pick and choose what I want to do. And I don't want to make it. I don't want to make that at home. Do what you want to do. You know, that kind of annoys me. It's people trying to tell me what to do with my money or like how to do things. Like, are you paying my bills or am I paying my bills? Didn't ask. How does cutting risk in half make money? It mitigates but doesn't make much. Well, that's the point, is that you're not focused on making it back right away. You're not focused on making money and putting it to the upside. You're focused on mitigating the curve to the downside so you don't blow up. Okay, so where did we open here? Right here, open. And the close is here. Give me the Beach Boys and free my soul. Okay. It's a 150-point gap up. On NQ and on ES it is. On ES, it gapped up like a lot. 15 plus 30, 45. Yep. We made that daily fair value gap now, basically, today after it closes, we made a daily one on NQ. After closing above all-time high, that will probably be a new point of interest in the future. Yep. Interesting here. Well, we didn't even retrace into 25% of that gap up for NQ. We didn't even retrace into it at all so far, really, for ES. We didn't even come into this little 5-minute fair value gap. We massively were bought up there for CPI. Yeah. Just gonna let them open. A bunch of people definitely gambled some evals on this. I made a tweet saying, oh, I can't wait to see the gambles. Because you know people did. Well, I'm not really against that, doing that, I guess, if it's like a cheap eval. You know. But definitely, it's not a good habit to do, really, a good action. Maybe it's not a habit because you don't really do it often, but yeah. That's like a dopamine hit you might get addicted to, trading news. Pretty impressive open there for NQ in the first 5 minutes. You know, we dipped down to the 380s and we were bought up to 430, so 50 points bought up right there. Yeah, but not really anything for me to... Any setup for me wasn't there, so... Keep watching this. ES hanging out, hanging around. And 910 ES took out that all-time high again, and NQ didn't. Too early to tell. How's YM doing? Right, YM was really weak on this push lower. And that push up in May and never took out that all-time high. Has a bunch of liquidity above here. Okay, let's continue watching these sisters, NQ and ES. If you're ever wondering what I'm looking at, it is in the top right and also says the date. Yeah, that's fine. Who here, I want to ask the chat actually, did you take a trade so far this week? And how are you like so far this week? Are you green or red? Or neutral? Okay, pulls up. Tanya trades, remember that time when you tried to short all-time highs? I don't remember. Maybe I did for a quick little scalp, yeah. I think I did, yeah. I tried to short, I got stopped out for 15 points, and NQ ran like 300 points. And honestly, if you think about it that way, if you try to short and you lost 15 points in a day that NQ ran 300 points, it's actually really good, right? Meanwhile, if you were long and you only took 30 points out and ran 300 points that day, then that's not really as good. It makes sense, right? Because I tried to just like a 10 a.m. reversal. And then Friday was pretty tough day, I think, right? I was long biased thinking we were going back higher, and it was just choppy. And well, the thing you have to remember is when you actually gain some experience in trading is, do you really expect it to go to your target cleanly 100% of the time? Especially during like the first week of the month or NFP weeks? No. So then when it doesn't do what you're delivering in a clean fashion, then you're not as thrown off, really. You're not as bothered by it. Really, trading is about keeping yourself from doing dumb things in low probability conditions so that you're solvent when the easier trades happen and you're able to take advantage of it. Like, there's so many times where confidence is a lot better because the conditions are better, and it's about taking advantage, being able to take advantage during that time, and not just being like on an eval and just passing an eval during that time, right? So people get caught in the cycle of getting funded, then over leveraging and blowing up, over trading during more difficult action, and then now they're back on eval during the easier action, and so on and so forth. And I do have criteria for that, right? And I've gone over that a few times about like what exactly is that, the lower probability conditions. I have a couple of videos on that, which is risk management video and intro to futures video. But that's how I pick and choose personally. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's see. Did NQ hit that? Not yet. I was reading, well, I read this a while ago, but from the book Best Loser Wins. And he was talking to Tom Hoggard, right? He was talking to a golf player that was also really good, but obviously not Tiger Woods good. He asked him, like, what's the difference between Tiger Woods that makes him special versus his opponents? And he said something of the like, Tiger Woods moves on from a mistake he makes much quicker. He forgives himself and he moves on. Versus other people might be dwelling on it. I thought that was pretty interesting. So we hit the CPI high, all-time highs, making new all-time highs again, NQ. Pretty wild. Because it made me dropped from the gap up. It dipped about 30 points below that, and then just ripped. No trade for me there, really. There'll be plenty of other trades. There'll be FOMC rate decision at 2 p.m. I don't know why I put 10 there. Let me check out. Dropped a pen. Hey, Tanya Trades, do you trade till 2 p.m. Fed rate? No, I'm not going to trade until it. Why would I do that? Okay, so 48% green, 28% red, 24% break even. Only 988 people voted, though. I don't want to say. Hope your friend isn't watching this. I don't care. Croatia vacations are probably surreal to me because of the lower costs in New York. They're not. It's honestly, it's gotten expensive since, especially they, switched to the euro. It's not that cheap, especially since it's more popular now. I want to see something. Okay. Someone said you got to put it into context. It's an election year. Yeah. Yep. Election years are definitely different, where the administration, doesn't really want the current administration does not want the market to be down while they're trying to run for re-election. Okay. Pretty strong closes there for the first 15 minutes of the day, closing above all-time highs, likely leaving fair value gaps when this one's finished. We'll find out. I don't know why I put 10 a.m. there. Oh yeah, that's what I want to check out. Today's Wednesday. Yep. 2 p.m. Fed funds rate and 2:30 p.m. press conference. So the way I do that is I'll probably be streaming at 2 p.m. and then the real move pretty much happens at 2:30, or I look to enter a move at 2:30 or after 2:30. Tanya trades is 15-minute in NQ IOFED. This? Yeah, pretty much. Please expand your fib level. It's just looking at the opening range gap cut into quarters. Someone's asking what I'm drinking. I already said. Someone tell him. Hey Tiny, do you only trade on red folder days? No. Jerome Powell said I can't trade this market's forever going up. I mean, yeah, if you don't see like your model playing out, which I didn't. That's it. Also, we'll see. It's 9:50. 9:50 to 10:10 macro. We'll find out what happens. Like I said, the worst thing you can do is place these super high expectations upon yourself. Because no matter what, you'll pretty much, if you meet the expectations, you won't be amused or impressed. And then if you don't meet your expectations, you'll be disappointed. A lot of people expect themselves to like perform perfect, like know every single move or be part of every single move or something, even though it might not even agree with their strategy and such. Yeah, that's pretty impressive there, right? Just 70 points right there, NQ like that. Okay, we'll switch to a 1 minute share now, because it's a macro time. I don't know. I don't really have any expectation right now. We're at all-time highs, barely retraced. So right now, take it easy. Kind of demanding more of like a quality setup. Tanya, what about that 1 minute fair value gap on NQ? I'm not gonna really, like I said, I wanted them to open. I wanted the first 15 minutes of the day to kind of be settled. There's such a large move up, I'm not really going to. Most of the time it would pause or chop or something, so pretty much not ever really trading the first 15 minutes of the day. after it. Okay, someone donated. That was fun. I finally changed the sound, although I will probably lower it a bit. But that was fun. So someone asked, what did they ask? Have I ever been to Australia? Full view trading. Thank you for the donation. Have you ever been to Australia, or would you go? No, I've never been to Australia because it's very far from New York. Be a very, very long flight. I would go though. Yeah, cars and football. I'm probably going to. Stream again at 2 p.m. It's cold outside, says it was super clean. So, okay. Show your executions. Sure, I'm sure some people bought this to go to here. Okay, Gab S. Thank you for your answer. So if this was outside the first 15 minutes, would you consider that fair value gap? Yeah. Yeah, probably would. Yeah, it's also the little breaker there. It is just very difficult for me to long, the first 10 minutes of the day when we really didn't retrace at all here in this little gap up. Which is fine, that could happen. There were a few things where I just didn't like it enough. Kind of wanted more criteria. So I think ES is coming back into like a 5-minute fair value gap right now. Or it did. Got bought up. Wow, we got a lot of donations today. I don't know why it's not popping up on the stream, but that's cool. Thank you. Rosa. So fun. Okay, cool. Right, I answered that one. It's a little bit delayed. Let me think. I'm gonna add it into this one. This one scares me less, like the this donation type of thing. Okay. Tanya, how much time did you spend being a break-even trader before reaching profitability, and how did you overcome that? Yeah, so probably I would say 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. For me, it was like my P&L was always like a roller coaster. And how did I overcome it? I started I had a talk with myself, and I had to start taking things way more seriously. I would be over leveraging. Position sizing is super important. I don't think it's talked about enough. You know, I would probably be like winning one trade and then risking everything I won on the next one on like a lower quality setup, when I should have just been risking the same or less. And understanding, really, a lot of it was understanding what conditions, when to stay out of the markets, under which conditions. So, for example, a Monday with no news, it's especially leading up to CPI or FOMC or any larger news day, likely going to be more chop. Understanding seek and destroy conditions, understanding when looking at the higher time frame and seeing, oh, we actually didn't hit either side of the liquidity yet. I should wait and just put alerts at these two areas and then wait for the reaction instead of trying to trade to one of the directions before liquidity was swept on the other side. Yeah, I like this music. I changed it last night. Changed it a lot better than the one I used to have that would scare me. Okay, cool. All right. It's the 5 minute. Well, pretty much ranging since 950 for here for NQ, for ES. We did dip into that 15 minute. Or is it just creating that? Yeah, it was just creating that 15 minute FUG. 5 minutes this. Yeah, this is really longing in a premium. Which is why I didn't just take that, right? Whenever you're forcing yourself to take a trade, you're really going to mess up, you're going to mess up the management of said trade. So I don't really pressure myself, no matter what people in the audience are saying. Okay, if you thought something was obvious, then take it yourself. Likely they didn't. This is a fair value up in a premium. You know. We're having fun here today. So many donations. Wow. Dylan Richards, thank you. Hi Tanya, awesome stream. More of what the industry needs. Thank you. I believe that is a mutual on Twitter. Let me see. I'm not too sure. Oh, Dylan Richards. Wow. Thank you. Never mind. Wow. Thank you. At first I thought it was someone that it's typically those larger wait, I'm confused. Is it? Are you from a different account today? Damn. Thanks, Dylan. If 950 macro accumulates 1050, will it deliver? Yeah, likely. I mean, we're at all-time highs. Right? Wild. Okay, yes, he's on that is Dylan Richards on the personal account. Cool. What up? Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. We gonna just watch price here. Let me see. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was looking at NQ. Guys, I like this music way more. I'm like digging it. Alright, this is a fair value gap. Sure, broke the all-time high. We closed above, but it's still in a premium, and the 15-minute one is much larger. It didn't even dip into the 15-minute FEG here. So I'm good to chill for now. Do. How fun. Okay. Some of the 1030 data drop. Okay, it's crude oil inventories. I don't think indices are not really going to be affected by that. I don't think. Do. Yeah, let's see it on the ES, like. It's okay, you guys. If you are, this is something, if other people that are like YouTubers or on Twitter or something that are sharing their journey and such in the public eye might find helpful, but what I found was you have to be comfortable with being, if you're going to be in the spotlight, you have to be comfortable with being seen, and you have to be comfortable with being misunderstood. Like, that's pretty much it. People are going to misunderstand you, and that's just how it goes. With all the, like, celebrities, people are misunderstanding. Not everyone's gonna know who you are, your essence and such. You have to be okay with that. Or everyone's gonna understand why I didn't take a trade, why I did take a trade, etc. I have to be okay with that. Or the type of trader I am, etc. So I was just measuring this leg up on ES to see where the discount is. So, to see where 50% is. I do wonder if we end up going below this area. This little low here. And then we'll see how we react there. don't really feel like marking it out too much. I see it with my eyes, but I'll end up seeing what's going on there. So from 9:50 to 10:10, kind of rangy. Someone had told me, I don't know, that coffee makes them cough too. Someone in the live chat. And that might be it for me too, you guys. Today I'm just drinking salt water, so I'm not really coughing. Interesting. We had a leg that closed above all-time high, left a very large fair value gap on the 15 on NQ. Right? Left a 5-minute up here. Let me think about it. We'll see. Guys, my best trades are always the ones there I'm like, I'll only enter something if I see something good, or where I come into the day like no rush to take anything, versus typically some of my worst performances are when I kind of impulsively get into something, or like don't really, I plan it in maybe like half a second instead of really forming a plan. So yeah, pretty much accumulating up here. Pretty impressive that it didn't even dip into this. It's showing a lot of strength. NQ. What does this daily look like? Yeah, huge green. Huge green. We already pushed up 200 and 250. 200, yeah, 250 points. So that's why it makes it kind of difficult if we already expanded towards the upside. What's tomorrow? Today is Thursday. What's tomorrow's action like? Yeah, we have PPI tomorrow, 8:30. And then Friday we have, 10 a.m. high impact news. So it should be good action rest of the week nonetheless. It's pretty wild that we didn't even dip into this 5-minute fair value gap. Well, just wait. It's accumulating up here. Do-do-do-do. And DXY is climbing up at the same time. It just makes it tough. It's wicking this 1 hour fair value gap. 4 hour. Let's see. And indices moving in tandem. Here we go, all-time high again. Hmm. 10:15 a.m. mental game reminder. Just means whatever you need to be reminded of, whatever sort of theme of the day it is. For me today, it's just okay. No need to feel FOMO or anything. Plenty of other trades coming. Nine 520s. Yeah, even ES left that empty as well. This 15-minute FEG. I'm chilling really, especially if we're in just such a huge run up. There was not really a manipulation unless you're sure if you're counting this and then you took that 1 minute fair value up, then congrats. But since then, for another trade, not really. So I'm chilling. Let's see. Okay. Apple is up 3.6%. Nvidia is up 3%. Microsoft is up 1%. Amazon is flat. Google's up 1%. Right. Was that Apple event yesterday? I believe it was, right? It was actually pretty, or was it 2 days ago? It was pretty impressive, actually. They have like an app. If you put in a math problem, like an equation with angles and everything, it'll like graph the chart for you and give you the answer. You just tap the equal sign, and you can change the angles and everything. Well, which is good for learning purposes, but also like a lot of kids are just going to cheat more often. There's just more ways to cheat nowadays, right? So I'm worried a little bit. I don't know. For future engineers. They finally added the calculator app to the iPad. It's been years. Years. Apple event. Let's see. Okay, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, just basically we're just ripped from the morning. It's the all-time highs as well. Yeah. Cool. Apple's pretty good company. I mean, I know when Google, Microsoft, they were doing, and Amazon were doing hiring freezes, Apple did not. Nice. So yeah, then you have Nvidia. Did it do a stock split? Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Makes sense, it ran up to that. Gap and Go. Up 5%. 4.5. And Apple's up 3.8%. Okay. Those are the two leaders, really. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of grind up all day. Let's see, any questions? What's good is now DXY is going towards new low of day. So we are having them moving in tandem now. if it moves without you, you just gotta chill. Like, look, we're gonna come back to an area of interest eventually. Like, we just made this huge 4-hour fair value gap. Just like this day, right? We dipped back into it eventually. Etc., etc. So. Okay, DXY new low of day. So we should be running more probably. Probably just keeps going. See what happens. Likely just gonna wait until 10:50. Take this. I'll probably figure out some sort of measured move by taking the fib. 2, 2.5. Four would be impressive today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, IQ just the monster there in this 15-minute. 5-minute just dipped a little bit below and just closed a lot. I just didn't feel like comfortable trading in such a premium. After taking the high already, right? Without taking any sort of sell side, taking the high. So that's just not the kind of like fair value gap I'm just gonna long blindly. So, makes sense for me to miss it. But yeah, Nvidia, Apple really carrying the market. And I wouldn't really be guessing tops in this kind of market where we're having such strong closes above all-time highs consistently. Let's see if it hits. ES hit this negative 2.5, right? I just took it based on the 5-minute. This move lower into this little imbalance. What's the extension? I mean, if you're feeling FOMO because we're at all-time highs or something, remember, like, there's going to be so many more times where we do this. We've been hitting all-time highs for a while, right? It's totally okay for you to miss a couple. And if you're mad at me for not taking a trade, I mean, just ask yourself why. I'm not taking a trade just for the sake of it. And some people actually wait so they can copy my trades, and I don't really recommend that. Right? Definitely think on your own terms. It's pretty hard to pressure me to do anything. Peer pressure. I do not care. See all these people with fancy cars or whatever. I could not care less, really. I barely even use a car. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I'm down to just tape read this, probably. See if NQ hits that. It's 1050 is over here. What are these hourly looking like? Yeah. We even left hourly fair value gaps. The market doesn't just move up forever, you know? There will be retracements, reversals, whatever. There'll be other trades. If you did catch it, then congrats. But also, you know, don't get too cocky. It's always another trade. I try to think of it trade by trade. Just win or lose, on to the next trade. Let's see the chat. What's going on? Questions are embedded. Yeah, we left this open. Just on the 5. Which one is up more today? Play NQ. Yeah, NQ is up 1.5%, ES is up 1.28. It's 10:30. Nvidia's up, 4%, 4.3, and Apple 3.7. This Apple literally straight up wild. Wonder how this turns out, ES. During the 1050, we'll see how that goes. So now, right, we did reject from that 1 minute, and the breaker is now displacing more. So it would be good for ES to come back into this 5-minute unmitigated area. But of course it could definitely bounce in this lower FEG and order block for the moment. See what NQ does here in this 5-minute. Be good that it closes below it. It'll probably cleanly go here. We have this like little volume imbalance in FEG. Pretty much should reject there. It's gonna go lower. It shouldn't really come back to here if it's going to have a more pronounced reversal. ES. Makes sense that NQ is bouncing this the first area. We'll see what ends up happening here. We'll see at 1050 also. I'm pretty much waiting to see how this candle closes on ES. We did hit that 5-minute. NQ. See how that closes. Pretty nice closing above there. Alright, I think I'm gonna just try long NQ. Yeah. To go for a negative 2.5 standard deviation. Rather, yeah, long the stronger. And if this gets cut out, then that's fine. Then we'll go towards this, then I'll probably just have to flip. I deadass can't catch a break on my stream, I swear. I'm cutting it early here, and I'm probably going to look to reverse. Yeah. I'm gonna short, you guys. Yeah. Looking to short this. It shouldn't come back above 50% of this, so then I'll just cut it for an L. But I do think now this is balanced from here to here, so it shouldn't have inverted that for sure. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if ES gets to its destination as well. Right. See how that goes. I just had to reverse myself there because of the way that things went, essentially. Now that this closed below, probably gonna put my stop lower. That's fine. I'm gonna put an alert for when it hits that and just hit like buy bid instead, because I feel like I could get a better fill when it does go lower. If it just starts bleeding lower, for example. Yeah. Inverted this, so it really shouldn't come back up. If I get stuck in the chop, then that's fine. But so far it's okay. So ES. Maybe I should have, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was already on NQ, so. See this 30-second hold on NQ. This is more of what I was looking at. So I sort of flipped here. And this broke below that. It just wasn't looking good. Okay. Once it breaks this, I'll hit buy bid or whatever, close. And we'll see how this 15-minute candle does. It'd be good for it to close below this one. You guys, I do have a feature on NinjaTrader in about 2 minutes, so I might have to migrate over there again. Let's see. Add to the short, someone's saying, why don't you add to your short? You guys, I have to stop the stream. And you guys, we gotta go to NinjaTrader's stream. I'm their guest appearance today. Love you, Tanya from Brazil. Thank you. We'll see if it rejects here again. It is tempting to add, but come through to the NinjaTrader live stream. We'll find out how this trade ends.